Hi, my name's Rob Blake. I'm the audio director here at Phoenix Labs. So we recently introduced the Behemoth Koshai into Dauntless, and I thought I'd use him to give you a little insight into how we craft some of the Behemoth vocalizations in the game. We want all the Behemoths to sound alive and expressive. So on average, each Behemoth has around 500 vocalizations, which makes it a bit difficult to use traditional sound effect layering, as you soon run out of suitable material. So instead, the foundation for all the Behemoth vocals is voice recordings, and these are performed to their animations. Obviously, we need the voice to match the weight and power of the Behemoths, so we speed up the animations and record with a special high-resolution microphone. Then we slow down the recordings to lower the pitch so that they sound super deep. After that, we treat the recordings through various effects depending on the Behemoth. In the case of Koshai, we take the vocalizations and then morph them against another sound. So if you wipe your hand against a piece of wet glass, you can get some really interesting squeaking and screaming type noises, a little bit like this. Slowing that down can create some really nasty low roars and screeches. I was inspired by this and got this giant piece of glass here, which I used with various objects, such as this squeegee, to perform and record all these rich and detailed screams to morph against those original vocals. So, let's take a look at how all this comes together. Okay, so we're going to take a look at the Koshai leap attack. We're just going to do the second part of the attack here. We're going to take that video and we're going to speed it up so it's now double the speed. And then we're going to do a performance of it. Now we're going to take the video and the sound and slow it back down to 50% the speed. So the video is now the original speed and the vocalization is now half the speed. Okay, now we're going to record the glass movements to match the movements of the sped up video, and that will sound a little like this. And as we did before, we're going to slow that down 50%, so now the video is back to the original speed. So now if we hear the glass and the vocalizations at the slowed down speed we hear. So next we're going to use a morphing process to imprint the characteristics of the glass sound onto the vocalization, and that will help sort of gel the two really nicely together. Now that's starting to sound a little bit more like a unified creature, but it's kind of lacking a little bit of detail and clarity, so I'm going to use some EQ and a spectral enhancer to brighten up the sound and bring out a lot of clarity and detail that's just missing from that morph. Now up to now the sound is mono, and we want to have a nice wide, deep sound, so we're going to add a little bit of reverb to sort of spread it out a little bit. And finally, we add some multiband saturation and dynamics processing to really boost up that aggression and power of his voice. Really adds like a final layer of sheen and polish to the sound that emphasizes the scariness of the voice. And there we have it. Now, I'm skirting over a lot of the complexity under the hood here because it's a bit outside of the scope of this video, but this should give you some insight into how we go about crafting the Koshai vocalizations. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you on the Shattered Isles.
Like and share if you enjoy the video and think others might benefit from this, and of course subscribe and hit the notification button if you are new to the channel and want to be notified every time I post a video.